Hey guys, I decided to make another video. So let's get started. Let's mess around some more. I had started a couple of female drawings, so let's play around with some more ways of drawing women. Gotta go with the hourglass shape. It's always a good thing. What's the nice thing about ladies? It's their curves. And yeah, you can definitely. Women are strong. They're beautiful. And it's always good to showcase that properly. Just like in heroes, you want them nice and strong. You want them having a certain look. It's appealing for people who are going to buy your product, whether it's comics, prints, whatever. But yeah, you want to have fun. You want to give people something cool. They want to hang in their walls. Yeah, so let's get some stuff going. Just a sec. My phone stops ringing. Alright. So, again, just messing around. I'm going to play with some poses. Might get quiet every now and then, but it's just because I'm trying to focus a little more on what I'm doing at hand. But I want to give you people some cool videos. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there who do tutorials and things like that. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing in particular in mind what I want to do. Just messing around. A lot of people seem to enjoy that when I'm at conventions and stuff like that. They like to see you draw. I want to see the process. So I'm kind of giving a little bit of that. Yeah. So just playing around. Usually when you do a female and you want to have like a good nice stance, you play with the hips and the shoulders. You know, you want to get like a nice swagger to the stance, depending what you're really trying to convey with the drawing. But yeah, in this case, just got a little bit of hip action going. I don't even know what the character is going to be yet. I don't know, maybe a She-Hulk or something kind of coming to mind. But yeah. Let me see. She's looking over her shoulder. I want to keep this video a little bit shorter than my last one because I am pretty new to YouTube, and I didn't realize how long it takes to upload some of this stuff. But yeah. Anyway, we should talk about some other female characters and kind of what's been going on. I mean, right now there's all this hype and hoopla about Captain Marvel and Brie Larson. There's a lot of people who don't like her on the internet right now because of her political views and how she's pushing things. It's very odd. I mean, if you want to promote a movie, don't you want everybody coming to see your movie? Why are you trying to alienate half the population? It's kind of nuts. This woman went out of her way to say she doesn't want white men watching her movie. Very odd, considering most of the people who buy books and who know about the character, because she's not that popular of a character. And you can see like Marvel is really trying to brand her as the new face of the company. which is very strange as well, because again, you have other characters in the Marvel Universe that you could be spotlighting or making a bigger deal out of, and they're not. But again, I think it comes down to like the marketing and all that crap. Since Marvel's attached to her name, they want her to be the face of the company, it seems. But I don't know, it's a weird trend that's going on with a lot of places. Marvel in particular, they're doing it, it seems, on the movie side of things at the moment, but they're taking a real bad page out of their comic book side, because it's kind of similar in the fashion that they're actually fighting with retailers and fans. They want a certain type of person to buy their book. I don't understand what that's all about, but I don't know. It's a whole thing. But I don't know. They're destroying the industry, more or less, and I don't think it's cool. It's I don't know. The numbers on these books are really, really sad. And then if you actually walk to a comic shop and you're trying to find like a cool story on a character that you really like, you'll pick up the book and find out it's a totally different character. It's a totally different story. They're not keeping in tune with what Stan Lee and the other creators came up with when they decided to create the characters. And that's where the problem is. You have a lot of egotistical writers who are also fighting with fans on social media, Twitter in particular. There's been a creator, a few of them I think now, who've been fired for being extra vulgar to people online. Now, if you're working for a corporation and a big business, and you're doing something that essentially is for children, shouldn't you be in your best behavior? I mean, these people, they act surprised when they get fired. And then like babies as well. They go out of their way to name out their editors. This person fired me for whatever reason, and they try to make it look like it's a different story altogether. No, it came down to you being unprofessional. And Marvel and Disney, that is a very big company, and they have amazing brands. Why would you go out of your way to be a jerk to people, to be vulgar, to curse at people? I mean, it makes no sense. That's why I think a lot of these companies, they really need to clean house on a lot of levels. You know, there are top talented people in the industry still, but it feels like whatever projects they're kind of working on, they kind of come and go. They rotate them off of big books. It's weird. It's weird. If you have something that's working, why are you getting rid of it? Why are you changing the name of the game? See, again, you gotta go back to old school. You gotta think about what's gonna work, why it worked, and go from there. Listen to fans. Listen to what they want. If they're not buying your product at the moment, that means you're doing something wrong. You want to get new readers? There's other ways of doing it. There's different strategies. Don't go out of your way to insult the customer. Then they're really never going to buy your product. But again, we're dealing with a company who does not know how to treat employees, people on any level, and they keep hiring strange people that they think their views are a certain way that'll work with their new direction that they're going in books, and it's not working. It's not working at all. A good example is Star Wars. When they got the Star Wars property back, the rights to make those comics, it started out real strong, and then they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball in the writing, in the artwork, and yeah, sales plummeted. Plummeted. Why is that? Again, goes back to strange people doing strange things. Give people what they want. They want fun tales. They don't want politics. They don't want weird agendas being pushed. Have fun, man. That's what it's all about. It's escapism. But that's where I'm coming from on that. Again, I'm just rambling. It's my views. But if the market's dying, there needs to be a change. And yeah. But anyway, going back on that, I think women should be drawn sexy again. These companies are trying to take sex appeal away from characters. You know, I don't know. Is that a wise strategy? I don't think so. People like art for a certain reason. It's because it appeals to them. It looks good. You know? And yeah, if you're drawing heroes, male, female, they should look good. They should look sexy. They should be brave. They should be strong. There's certain things that work. Why change the recipe? It's weird. But anyway, getting back to the drawing. I like my women to be kind of curvy, kind of thick, but athletic. I think she has some nice thickness to her. Now, what might she be doing? Got an arm up in the air. She might have a couple of different arms. I'll spider them out and see what kind of looks cool or fun. Again, this is just like a warm-up drawing. Nothing serious, nothing crazy. Just having fun with it. Rambling. Talking a little bit about culture. A little bit about comics. A lot of people are fed up in the industry. That's why a lot of us are going independent. My comic series, Through the Woods, it's an independent project. Because I want to do what I want to do. I don't need to hear people in suits or editors who really don't know what the hell they're talking about, pushing their own narrative. Yeah, I want to have fun with my stuff. I want to tell a cool story that, you know, I'd enjoy reading. So if I'm enjoying it, I think other fans will enjoy it too, because I come from that same way of doing things that most others seem to have enjoyed throughout the years. You know, 70s, 80s, 90s. People dig certain stories, certain story elements. Yeah, comics were originally for kids, but when you have more intelligent stories, when you have more fun things to play with, everyone jumps on board, and the industry can keep thriving. Yeah, I think it's a goal that people have to go back to. We don't need people being cocky online, fighting with fans, putting their politics everywhere, thinking that it's okay. No, not cool. Not cool. You're an artist, you're quirky, or you want to have fun with things. There's other ways of doing it. But yeah, keep politics and religion and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to put that in there. You know, unless there's a very specific story element that you're working on and it pertains to those kind of things, sure. But I don't think it's necessary to let people know your entire background and what your views are on things. Yeah, unnecessary. If you're doing cool stuff, telling good stories, I think that's what matters. People need to get back to that. But we'll see what happens. Because right now, I know the industry is hurting, and it's hurting bad. There's rumors all over the place that Disney might be shutting down Marvel, the comic side of things. They have all the IPs. You know, the movies are doing well, and that's what they care about. They might just, you know, license off the characters. You know, other companies might be working on Marvel characters, which is fine too. But Is it necessary? No. If you clean out editorial and the direction people are going in right now that aren't making any sales, then yeah, bring in fresh blood again too. There's a lot of hungry, talented artists out there, myself included. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not giving a fair shake to many people. No, that's bad. They should be kinder to fans, kinder to more creative people, give them better chances, and this business could keep going. As it is, I think independent is the way to go, you know, because we do have 60 plus stories of other characters, and maybe people want just new stuff. I would say Image Comics, but I don't know, editorial's kind of strange over there too, and what they're getting approved lately. One of the co-founders is doing very vulgar things in his book, which is kind of mind-blowing. Again, you're a company, you're something big, better. So there's a lot of people you're catering to, or should be catering to, and you're not. Instead, you're just doing very odd things. But that's another discussion altogether. Hard to get into it without without saying the person's name, and I don't feel it's necessary to call out these kind of people. Most fans really know. And again, most fans aren't buying the guy's book anyway. He happens to be a co-founder, so it keeps getting published. Insane. But anyway, getting back to the drawing again. Playing with that fun, crazy high hair. Because if it is going to be She-Hulk, she was kind of known for that. She had long, thick, curly hair. She was an awesome character. Now, in the books, oh my god. Last time I saw her, they looked like she was trying to be transgender or something. I don't know. She was gigantic. She had man features. I don't know what they were doing, but I like the old school She-Hulk. John Byrne was drawing. I mean, that was some great stuff. It was a fun book, fun character, and yeah. Hey, maybe she's crushing. Let me see. Maybe I'll make her crush Iron Man's helmet or something. Yeah, that might be kind of fun. Those hands in there. Anyone learning how to draw and getting started, I would suggest to learn from life, study people. If you're having trouble with something, take a photo of a friend, take a photo of yourself and a pose. You know, there's no shame if you don't know how something looks. Don't be afraid to go look it up. Definitely look it up. You want things to look correct, you know? Unless you're drawing some kind of an alien or a robot or something, but even then, they have specific rules on, you know, mechanical things or whatnot. But yeah, anyway, drawing the human form, she should look human. But yeah, again, just playing around. Yeah, so I think the conversation went a little aggressive, but you know, it's painful to see the industry doing what it's doing right now. It's very painful. I want more people to succeed. I want more characters to keep thriving. You want to add new ones into the story elements. That's cool. There's a place for it. But again, don't get rid of popular characters and replace them with C-list characters that really have strange looks, that are being catered to like a real baby type audience, because you're alienating your fan base, your customers who've been around for all these years. And that is just wrong. You know, you could go a little more adult with some themes, some stories, and it could still work. You know, my comic book series, Through the Woods, it has more of an adult theme because it's more of a horror book or a ghost story with horror elements. But yeah, at the same time, I'm not dumbing things down. You know, I realize that there's going to be from young people to adults reading the book, reading the series. There are people who I've met at conventions that I would have I had no idea that like a parent would give, you know, that specific story to their children, but there's a couple of people who have, and the kids were just, they couldn't believe how cool the story was. They were excited by it. And the stuff that might have been a little scary or a little too adult, I mean, kids aren't stupid, people aren't stupid, and even if they had trouble understanding it, I'm sure the parent was happy to explain things to them. But to see the joy of their kids reading and getting into comics, you know, wanting to be more creative, I think that's a good thing. You know, keep things PG-13 at the most. You don't have to go overboard with stuff. If it seems to happen in your stories, and I mean, if it's not too risque or whatnot, yeah, I would say go for it. But otherwise, try to aim for PG-13. You know, just kind of my view on stuff. But I'm sure a lot of people are thinking very similar things. But again, it's about having fun with your entertainment, your escapism. You know. But anywho, so that's looking kind of neat. Get up in here and work on the face a little bit more. Again, I don't want this video going too crazy. Right now I'm around 20 minutes in, 22 minutes in. So yeah, I'll try to just clean up the face a little bit more. And then I'll cut this video short. But yeah, again, loose drawing, just having fun. Come up with a kind of interesting drawing. She kind of developed out of her own. Yeah, let me see. Gotta work on these eyes. Should have a more fine-tuned brush going in here. But again, just kind of working quickly. When I work quickly, you get good energy, but things are sloppy. Usually I'll spend more time really tightening things up. Kind of shaping her lips, shaping her face a little bit more. By erasing here and there. I'll get back to the brush in a minute, but again, we're working on some structure. Structure is good. Get your foundations right. It's like building a house. You don't want a lumpy house. Gotta make sure the foundation's right. Get some eyes in there. That's a pretty good eye. That's a pretty good eye. Let's get the other one in here. Pupil. A little bit of lighting effect. Give those big lashes. You go a little darker, just to get a sense of those lashes or makeup or whatnot. Play with that a little bit more. You get more of an intense look on her face, but it's cool. She's a little more aggressive of a character. You can do that. Do that with those kind of characters. Aggressive. She knows she's breaking balls right now. I don't think she would really go after Tony. She's not looking to hurt Mr. Stark. She's just breaking one of his suits. Maybe to show a point. Have a story in your head when you're working. Come up with something. Because as you do it, you can add more to the drawing that you're working on. Concept. Even if it is just a one-off. Something silly. Something fun. People will dig it. Remember, you have to dig it first. Because if you don't like it, chances are a lot of people won't like it either. But, yeah. Again, just my 2 cents. My input on stuff. But yeah, if you do like my videos, I'll keep making more of them. Please subscribe, ring the bell, notifications, all that good stuff. And comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your opinions are too. I know there's people who like what's going on, but for the most part, there's a lot of people who don't. And sales are proving that. So, yeah. I don't know. Again, there's good ways and bad ways of doing things, people. Spread some more love, some cool ideas. Get people inspired again. That's what it comes down to. Not really super familiar with what her costume looks like, but I know it's like a one-piece bathing suit type thing. So, let me just throw that in there real quick. Maybe she got a wristband on or something. I don't really know. Again, I'm not that familiar with what looks they've been using. And I'm not drawing that monster man looking version of her. F that. That's not She-Hulk to me. Again, I'm speaking as a fan for a few decades now. You know, since I've been a kid in the 80s. I know I've dropped out of comics a few times. Or I couldn't read it because it was just terrible what they were doing. And it's kind of like that at the moment. If there are titles that I pick up, it's usually something that, you know, maybe from like Mark Millar. I like his stuff. He usually has good creative teams. Different concepts and stories. You know, he's got a lot of diversity in his books, but it makes sense to the story because they're brand new characters, so it's cool. He establishes it in a really unique, fun way. You know, you don't have to force anything down anyone's throat. You know, it's fine. People can be who they want to be. It's awesome, but don't go changing characters who've been around for 60+ years. Just because some writer has a chip on his shoulder or her shoulder. That's strange. But let me back out a little bit. Get a better look at that. Oh, her butt's looking a little too Kim Kardashian. Don't like that. Let me erase this. She shouldn't look like she has a 6-year-old woman's ass. She should look like she has a nice fit, good butt. There you go. It's better. Much better. You know, draw right through. Make sure you get anatomy and musculature right. And then go back and erase. It's all good. Again, just playing with shapes at the moment. Shapes, pose, structure. Just having fun. Just having fun. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good video. Well, drawing wise anyway. I hope you guys dig it. Get those curls in there. Curls are fun. Okay, I might continue this on another stream or another video rather. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, and please be sure to go to my Indiegogo campaign for Through the Woods. If you guys like ghost stories, it's a completed 3-issue miniseries that my brother and I came up with. He wrote it. I did all the artwork on it. Put the whole book together, lettering, you name it. You know, it was a real labor of love. I think it's a really cool fucking project. But yeah, please support. I appreciate it. And yeah, till next time. Thanks again, guys.